So I decided to get my own gym set up at home probably a year ago. And I can honestly say I've spent the last almost 30 years working out. And the gym has something that a home gym doesn't have, which is competition, ego lifting, all that other stuff. When I'm here in my little gym, it's just me v me. I got nobody to prove this to. Nobody's watching. Nobody's cheering on my lifts, and I get to focus on what works for me. And today I'm doing chest and back. I've been doing the Arnold Split, my favorite split: chest and back, shoulders and arms, legs, twice a week, abs, forearms, calves. Hitting some of the smaller muscles that I can hit repeatedly throughout the week. But today we're going to focus on chest and back, and I'm just going to show you a couple of the exercises that I like. And, hopefully I'm going to give the average guy some information about what they can do. But more importantly, just talking about what gym means to me, what lifting means to me. I'm 46 years old. I'm in recovery. And when I first got sober, there was a lot of stuff that I put into my life that helped me improve who I was as a person. But honestly, the thing that kept me going and gave me hope and inspiration was going to the gym. Self-improvement. I could get better. I could improve things. I could work through the tough times. I could fight through the pain. This is where I learned some of my most valuable lessons on how to stay sober and grow as a person. So, the dedication that it takes, the eating, making different choices in my life, being concerned about what I put in my body, where I spend my time, where I put my energy. And, if it wasn't for that, it would have been a lot harder. So I credit a lot of my success in recovery to the gym and some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing here today. So we're going to start with some lat pull downs. I like the wide grip. I love my bar here. I got a pulley system set up here with, some low weight just to rep out and get the back warm before I start hitting chest. And I'm going to go back and forth. I'm going to be supersetting, my back exercises with my chest. I'm going to be starting off with incline today. So I'll be doing pull downs and incline to start. And, just again, I'm going light. I'm not going for PRs, although I do have my list of PRs up here that I can keep an eye on for myself so I know where I'm at. But today I'm going to be focusing on, just the muscles that need to be worked out, right? So today, pull downs, I'm going to be focused on the lats, keeping my shoulders pulled back, keeping my lats engaged, focusing on my core. Now, I don't sit locked in for these. So I sit on the floor, legs straight out, and, not a lot of rocking back and forth. I'm not trying to get the weight down just by getting the weight down. I'm trying to pull the weight down. And, so we're going to do a set of these and check it out. So I like to get a nice squeeze at the bottom. Oh, yeah. Again, lightweight. Just warming up the back. Stretching everything out. I think the mixing the back and chest together, I like the feel, especially when I get to the bench. It helps me focus more on pulling my lats together. For those of you that are just starting out, as I've increased in weight, pulling my lats together on the bench has been critical, tightening everything up. So, 10 sets of that, and now we're going to switch over. I've been using these bands and found a company called AppMat. They got these heavy hangers, which I think are amazing. And I feel like they've helped me quite a bit with the top of my workout. So whether it's bench, squat, even deadlifts, back rows, rack pulls, really everything. It just really helps me get that top end squeeze, and I think it's improved my strength quite a bit. So again, for these, just starting off with the plate, I'm gonna get warm. I'm gonna plant my feet, And I'm gonna want to try to keep my back straight on this bench. I tend to arch, becomes a lot more of a, a mix between the flat and the incline. So I'm gonna try to focus on that here. And like I said, we're just gonna get a nice clean set of 10 here. I like starting with these. I've, noticed this myself. I've seen it on a bunch of people. Upper chest being the problem. It's easy to focus on the flat bench and get all hyped up about the weight you throw around. But, for me, I think the incline, the dips, they really become the game changer for me. So just a quick set of these. I'm going to jump back and forth. I'm going to do some supersets. I'll be back in a bit. Oh, right down to the floor. Get those lats stretched. Shoulders back. Pull. No rocking. Pull. Oh. If you're doing this superset, you're definitely going to start to feel the lats up at the top, a stretch of the chest at the bottom, and squeeze. Oh. 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 And if you're not making faces when you do it, you're not doing it right. Now with these, I try not to go up too fast. I'm just gonna go up in increments of 10. I feel like this is where I get the best pump. Again, not trying to max out my set here. Just trying to get a good blood flow, hypertrophy, nice squeeze at the top. Hard to do that when you're always trying to max out, really don't get the workout you're looking for. I vacillate between regular grip, false grip. In the beginning, I like to do regular. As I move through, false grip helps me tuck my elbows in a little bit more, get a little bit more of a push off instead of coming out wide, hurting my shoulders. And some good exercises online that you can watch about hitting your back, your shoulders before you do chest, eliminate some of that shoulder pain. I'll show you some of those stretches in a little bit. I use a band for that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get a quick set of 6 to 8 here. Again, I'll just take those 6 and I'm gonna keep going up by 10. I threw a little bit more weight on here, and I know everybody looks at the weight they do and they're measuring themselves against the weight and how strong they are, right? If I showed you the weight I was pulling, would it make you think you could pull it? Would it make you go to the gym? Would it make you compare yourself to me? Probably, because that's what I do when I watch these videos. But is that really how you want to measure yourself at the gym? It doesn't matter how much weight you put up. It doesn't matter anything. The only thing that matters, are you consistent? Are you showing up? Are you trying to improve? Are you focusing on your form? You taking care of your body, stretching, is your diet on point? These are the things you need to care about. I've seen people put up small amounts of weight successfully, time in and time out. And they have the body they want. They feel good about themselves, functional muscle. right? Hear my dogs losing their shit? They eat the same thing every day. Nutrition is on point for them. I'll tell you a story. I remember when I was 19 years old. It was back in 1995, 96, 18, 19. And it was my first big arrest. I was, cops kicked in my doors, raided my house, ended up with a couple pages worth of felonies there. And as a result, went to court, ended up in jail. Now, I'm 6'3". I think I weighed about 140 pounds at the time. Tons of drugs in my system. I can't imagine I had any real muscle on my body whatsoever. And I went in and learned really quick that what most people do when they go into jail is they do push-ups, they do pull-ups, they do sit-ups, they do dips. There's really not a lot to do except work on yourself, improve yourself, right? And this is back when they had, you know, a full universal gym set right in the middle of the block. And, you know, me and a couple kids started lifting, and I'll tell you, I fell in love with that the same way I fell in love with drugs the first time I did it. You know, released a chemical in my brain and just said, this is the shit, this is for you. And, you know, that became my whole prison sentence, was just working out and getting big and accomplishing things and, you know, meeting goals and beating PRs and socializing, right? I mean, you're watching this, you watch other videos, you're scrolling, you're trying to find the right workouts, the right macros, which mind you, I don't have locked in. But, you know, we're all trying to find that, and we're doing it socially, right? Learning from each other, talking about it, and it's a culture, it's you know, it's a network, you know? It's kind of like you see somebody else at the gym you don't know, see a good lift, run over and spot them, you know, let them get the next set after you, whatever it is. It's a culture, right? Joey Swole, I watch that dude all the time on the internet. He's created a culture just by getting people to be respectful in the gym, you know? And my big thing is respecting yourself and going in the gym, focusing on yourself. You're there for you. You're not there to prove anything. You're not there to be on video, on TV. I'll do this in my own basement. I'm not in a gym. And, you know, I think I can't say it enough is that we're all in this together. We're on some kind of a journey together, and, you know, be kind, supportive, and some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life were big, tough-looking motherfuckers, murderers in prison. You'd be there for life, right? Big, jacked-out dudes. And you'd be terrified if you were just a normal person on the street meeting them. Nicest, kindest, gentlest people you ever met in your life. You know what I mean? Same out here. Just full of knowledge, advice, support, help anybody out. And, you know, just when you go to the gym, just remember that. Throw your headphones in if you want to. Focus on your own workout. Get in, get out. Self-improvement. Compete against you. All right. You know, only thing that matters is the contraction and the form and the focus and the growth. If you're not into the workout, if you're not feeling the muscle, then you're just training the exercise. And you know that doesn't work. We've all learned that training the exercise doesn't make you big. It just means you're good at that exercise. As soon as your body starts to adjust, you throw things in like bands, pause movements, whatever you can. The whole idea is it's supposed to be fucking hard. And if it's easy, what are you doing? You know, you gotta tear these up. You gotta make room for new muscle. So again, I'm only going up in increments of 10 here. Still haven't even hit 225. Throw up another quick set. Going 4 to 6 on this one. I'm going false grip. Choose your own adventure on that one. Safety reasons. Oh yeah. Now, I will admit, these bands throw about 30, 40 pounds each on each side. So, you know, I am technically over 225, but it really is only at the top, you know. So getting that push, the weight up, and then getting a better squeeze at the top, that's what you're looking for. So what is your goal at the gym? To get big, to get strong, aesthetics, functional muscle. I feel like any one of those is a good reason to go. But I will say this. If you don't make it a new way of life, if you don't make it a lifestyle, something that you can commit to, it's sustainable, it's manageable, fits into your life, it's going to become a burden and you're going to quit. If you want it to work, you got to build it in, and you have to have a goal. You have to have something that you see down the road, a version of yourself, somebody in comparable height and weight that you strive to be like or look like, somebody comparable in strength that you like to get close to. You gotta have something there, you know? And I found that, it's mine, I'm not gonna share it with you, but you know, we all need to have that vision in our head of what we wanna have happen and never accomplish it. Never be satisfied. So I took off the bands, as you can see, just putting up the 225. Now, I'm not super strong on my chest. I'm probably gonna, you know, go for 4 to 6 again. And again, I'm competing with me. There's plenty of guys my size, 6'2", 6'3", 265, 270 pounds, putting up a lot of weight. And I'm fine with what I do because I look good, I feel good, I feel strong, and I'm better than I was yesterday. Five. I'm happy about it. So I like to throw in a couple variations of the pull down. Ends up getting a little bit of the lats, mid back. Comparable to the seated row with a high bar attachment. I love it. And obviously you can choose any variation you want, but again, trying to mix in the back, the chest, getting the good stretch in, getting the good pull. And you know, there's so many tricks and there's so many different routines you can follow. And the best advice I've ever heard is just go to the gym and lift shit. Lift heavy shit, lift heavier stuff, and grow as a person. The dedication and consistency will pay off. I know a lot of people don't even do flat bench. I like to, especially with the bands. You know, I think that, again, getting that squeeze up at the top, throwing a little extra resistance helps. And, you know, again, I've seen this improve my strength across the board, so I stick with it. And, you know, again, I'm going to go with the false grip here. It's preferable to me, but use your own.
your own judgment, safety-wise. And this is where activating your lats and feeling it is going to be important. Because as you go up in weight, this is only going to get more risky. Again, just throwing the plates around here, trying to get a good squeeze at the top. And in the beginning, when you're doing your warm-up sets, this is where you want to really focus on locking everything in. Showing your body what you want it to do once you get to the heavier weight. Otherwise, you start jumping right to the heavy stuff, and it's dangerous. Now, I don't have to do this, but I kind of like it. You can see I got the T-bar row over there, but I like to mix a couple of these in from the, oh yeah, true seated row. Oh. Oh. Oh, these feel good. Oh. And I like these because they require stabilization. So you get to use a whole bunch of other muscles. So, talked about you versus you, the gym. So, this is me, 315, and I've only put 315 up a couple times. I think my PR right now is 335. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go for one, but I'm not just going for one. I'm going for one that's a little cleaner than last time. I'm going for one where I feel a bit more locked into my position. I'm going for one where I got a nice smooth rhythm. And if I get one like that, I'm not gonna go for two. I'm gonna put it down. And I'm gonna stick with that one. Just keep getting that one until I feel good enough to get two. And that's the goal, right? Get somewhere, master it, move on. So, see what happens. Could be messy, could be awesome. And that was not it. So, perfect example that I was putting up the 225 with the bands, felt nice and smooth. And you know, you could probably tell from the lift off, wobbly, felt heavy. And you know what the trick is? Spotter arms, right? You can't be afraid. You get afraid under that weight, you know, drop it, you know, fuck yourself up. And you know, you don't want that. So off to dips and deadlifts. So I like to do my dips at the end. I feel like it gives me a good stretch. I've been going with these weighted ones, and I'll tell you what, this is it the Rogue Velocidor is amazing because you can move these handles all different directions. So I've been going with the wide, so I can lean in for chest. Deep, all the way up. Deep, all the way up. And yes, my rack is shaking because unfortunately, as strong as this is, I'm still kind of fucking heavy. Now, I told you I like to use the bands here, and we'll go this way today. I think, you know, this kind of, I got the bands doubled up on the sides here, and for back day, I'm going to be doing some conventional deadlifts And we're just gonna pull them. Brace my core, knees out, back straight. Pull. I like to reset every time on the floor. You want that mind muscle memory for the pull off the floor and the explosiveness. Keeps your legs pushing, which is where all the power is in the deadlift. A lot of people like to do these at the beginning of their chest workout. Again, I like the stretch at the end. I used to try to get as many as I could, kind of bang them out, pump them out. And lately I've been trying to go slower. I'd rather get 6 to 8 good slow reps than bang out 15 and you know, walk around all bloated like I just did something. So see? 8 nice ones. Now you can do as many as you want. You get 30 of those, good for you. Put on more weight, dude. I'm a shoes off deadlifter for the most part. I feel like it helps with my connection, to my feet, and helps me focus on pushing on the floor because I can feel the floor. So again, me, not you, do what you want to do, but again, setup is important. Brace yourself, knees apart, arms locked. Big fan of the reset. Last set of dips for the day. Just 3 sets. Body weight for the final rep, final set here. Stay locked in. Other lean forward for the chest. That stretches. So good at the end of chest day that, you know, it's my favorite way to finish up. Get one more deadlift, and then we're off to refuel. Not everybody is a fan of deadlifts. I've had my fair share of ups and downs, if you will, with this exercise. But as long as I keep the weight light, you know, relatively comfortable, good form, I find that you know, they're really helpful. I get a good lockout at the top, and you know, as it's been told, deadlift's going to work everything from toes to top of your head if you do it right. So how can you not mix this in every now and then? Just assuming that you're doing them correctly. So got 315 here with the bands. Again, trying to get my form and my lockout at the top. Again. Oh, just like that. Just like that. Love that reset. I mean, if nothing else, grip strength.